Aquarius, welcome, welcome. Happy Easter for those that are coming on and watching this on Easter on the 4th. I welcome you. If you don't celebrate Easter, be thankful for the day because you woke up today when some people have not. So be thankful for that and give good thanks. My name is Patty. I'm an empath that is helping you do your intuitive tarot today, along with astrology and numerology. I mix the three. However, the main energy that I pull from is the divine. Definitely the divine. Spiritual energies, not only for our journey, but for our paths, our challenges, our struggles, our storms, things of that nature. And then I pull in the astrology and the numerology. All right. So I do pick 3 oracles in the very beginning. There's a theme to that. The first oracle is the Divine's card, the sort of the point of the day that or the week that he wants you to focus in on. Very interesting one that he came up with this week for you guys. But also to the second card is for the current energies for the 5th through the 11th. This is a reading for the 5th through the 11th of April. And then the third card is the future energies. And now I'm not going to say that this is for the weekend like I usually do or the following week. I feel like these energies are going to be carried for a couple of months. And that is not only because of the divine, but also too for the planets and the energies for that as well. I'll share more as we go with that. All right, so we're just going to get started, Aquarius, and see where we are headed. I do have 2 of the oracles out first. So let's see where this third one is going to go. Ooh, okay. Ooh, I like that one. Anyway, and there's a reason why I did that. Anyway, the only announcement that I have for today is to be sure that if you're watching any of the YouTube's creators channels, any video that you watch, even if you watch it for a few minutes, hit that like button because that really means a lot to the creator of that video, because that's what YouTube sort of analyzes from. So make sure you like the videos. The only other announcement is I do have a full moon reading. We are almost at a new moon. However, it's really important to go back and see what those full moon readings were about because there's a lot of astrology in there as well. So I do astrology, then go into a reading. And the reason why that's really important is because it's going to carry through the month of April. So if you're having trouble and you're struggling, you feel like you're in a rut, things are out of balance, maybe you're also struggling with desires versus your needs, those kind of things, that's all in that video for the full moon. And then the new moon will be on the 12th and we'll do a new reading for that as well. All right. So let's get started. So the first oracle out is again the Divine's oracle with something that he wants to share with us, something he wants to learn, something he wants to point out. Maybe somebody's struggling in a direction, which way to go. Maybe this is going to help you out here, okay? Because this is the spider. Some people don't like spiders. I personally can't stand them, but there's a need for them. And the spider on this one here is about creative projects. So the spider, is very creative in building its webs. It actually can build something from almost nothing and from itself. So that's the thing with this, because it's a number 6. And the number 6, again, is a planetary thing going on about harmony and improvement. And that's also about balance. So a lot of the times we get so serious and we get so caught up in the structure of what's going on in the world around us that we forget to be creative. We forget to laugh. We forget to have joy. We forget to do things that are meant for us and our journey only. And maybe there was a project that got started and then it was laid to the table side for a while. Maybe it's time to bring that project back up again. But this is a time where it is to be creative, time to think outside the box. Thank you for that. Thinking outside the box, something that you can create from nothing. Thank you. So they're saying also too, Focus in on what you have, not what you don't have. Focus in what you can do, not what you can't do. And that is part of this creative energy. And that's what the divine is saying as well. The second card is the current energy for the week of the 5th. And we're so close. This is the 4th. You guys get it really, really close, these energies. So these cards are going to be pretty much right on. And the energies are going to be pretty much right on, not like some of the signs first of the week, because we are right on almost the 5th. So the energy for this week is the deer. Now, the deer is very, very gentle, but there's a lot of diplomacy in that. And the thing is, though, it's a number 4. So the number 4, we can actually create stable boundaries. We can create a stable life. We can create things in our life that bring us more balance. That's what the deer in this energy is. So being creative on how to bring more balance in your life. Okay, that's the theme of the week with the divine for everything. Same with the planets. So it's all about balance. This is also about diplomacy. So the deer know that they are prey. The deer knows the hierarchy of their animal kingdom. So they're very much knowledgeable about that prey, being prey, but they also know that they're very kind, they're very gentle, they're very they walk and they move very, very elegantly a lot of the times. Even when they jump, they really just got this beautiful, beautiful aura of gentleness around them. Okay, so the future energy, remember I said this energy is going to probably be for a couple of months. Yes, we like this energy, right? Because it's love. Now, a couple of things with this future energy, everybody's going like, love, I like it, I like it. I'm going to find somebody, you know. But here's the thing about love. This is the number 9, which is about intensity, about really paying attention. This is about growth. Now, this card has love. It has steps. Do you see the steps? That means that it takes time, it takes patience, it takes growing, it takes moving up, it takes understanding, or you could fall back down those steps. Okay, so it's really, really important because even for the energies for the full moon and into the new moon is about relationships. That was the other thing about the full moon, is about relationships, about learning and growing and becoming closer and bringing them closer together. So that is really, really a big thing. Now, this love, again, if you've never watched my love video, Divine had me do a love video. It's basically about the different levels of love. It's also not only about the different levels of love, it's about the different 5 languages of love, knowing what yours is, what your partner's is. Or when you get a partner, you'll be able to recognize or ask, what is your love language? And they'll say, it's my what? Well, do you like, affection? Do you like to be given gifts? What is your love language? Those kind of things. So if you haven't watched that video, I would recommend to go back and watch that. That's free to you. Just go on Divine playlist, and I think it's under Transforming Your Mind, Body, and Spirit. So yeah, so somebody's looking at this reading already. Somebody's going through really something that really needs to completely turn around. Yeah. Oh, lovely. So yeah, somebody's missing the boat because they're not balanced. And here's why. We have the 7 of Swords right out of the chute. We have the betrayal card. We have the sneaky card. We have the hiding card. We have the secretive card. We have the thief card. We have the selfish card. We have the, if you want to call narcissist card, you can do that. However, this did affect somebody because they took something that really, really meant a lot to them. And that could also mean that they did take love away. So when we abandon somebody or we move on or we ghost them, what is up with you people in ghosting? Seriously, grow up. Just say, hey, I'm not interested anymore. I don't want to do this. You're not my type, blah, blah, blah. Stop ghosting. Wow, what an immature way to get rid of somebody. Anyway, but this is something that actually really hurt somebody. Now, this could be, I don't see it being a physical possession. I feel that it's probably something more emotional. that somebody probably was taken advantage for their kindness and their gentleness and their weakness, thinking that, oh, you're weak because you're kind and you're generous, or you're helpful, that kind of a thing. I feel like somebody was taken advantage of in that way. But here's the thing for you: if this is you, if somebody sort of did something sneaky or unhanded, look at what you've got coming towards you if you pay attention. Okay, now we're talking about balance again with the planets, because you've got these two looking at each other. I love this. You know why? Because if you look at the Seven of Swords, he's looking straight at the Fool. And the Fool is, yeah, screw you. I don't care. You think that meant a whole lot? Great. However, there is another person that they can't seem to break away from that, because it's like, oh my gosh, they took everything. And you know what? Why does this keep happening? So somebody's looking at more of the negative aspect rather than what the Fool is saying. You know what? You can take anything away from me, but you know what? You can't take my integrity. You can't take my morals. You can't take my standards. You can't take my joy. So if that meant a lot to you, go right ahead and take it. And you know what? Karma will come back. Or if you, and people say, but you believe in God. Okay, some people believe in karma. I don't really believe in karma. I believe in God's vengeance is worse than what I could ever do. So go for it, because he's going to really make them pay. So the thing is, though, that this energy, that if you walk away with this energy of like, you know what? It's okay. It's all going to be okay. It's all going to be fine. It's all going to be cool. You will be handed actually the world. For this other person, though, however, whoops, wrong one. For this other person, however, what's going to happen is karma is going to keep coming back, or this cycle is going to keep happening, and their life isn't going to keep getting better because they keep doing stuff of very low vibrational evil, taking, stealing, whatever it is, cheating, whatever it is. However, this is going to be a choice that you have to make in how you react and handle this. So you can have one of these two energies. Are you going to really allow it? You can affect it. It can affect you for a minute, and you have maybe have to grieve through it. But the other thing is, you don't want to stay in grief. You do not want to do that. You want to be able to move on. Okay. And then you can also be like, you know what? It's all going to be just fine. I'm going to be fine. It's good. I got my health. I got breathing, and everybody's okay. Everybody's safe. You know what? You'll get yours. And they will. They will. I've had a lot of people, I've watched a lot of people get theirs. And I sat back and did nothing. I just say, Divine, this is not my war. Go right ahead. And it's a spiritual war. So when people start doing, I almost said the word evil. I say low vibrational, but some people call it good and evil, whatever you want to call it. Low vibrational snake kind of movements, slithering around. That energy, it'll catch up with them. All right. Yeah, something's hidden behind the scenes, definitely, for somebody. $11. Yeah. Thank you. So they want me to notice the numerology of these two as well. So, the 7 is about potential ambition. Maybe they stole something that maybe took your breath away for a second. But if you look at the world in the 21, that is 21, 2, 4, 5, and it's the number 5. So things are really not stable for them. Things are not stable for them. Things are actually probably going to go awry for them. 15, 16, 17, 18, it's 19. Yeah, because you got the number 9, things that are unseen. That's all they're focused in on. So stay away from that kind of a person. Definitely stay away. Actually, I think the divine did you a blessing. If that came true and came out to you and took somebody away that is toxic, or is somebody that is going to continue to hurt you, definitely, lick your wounds and feel the pain for a minute, and then let it go, because the divine was protecting you to stay away from somebody like that. All right. I don't know who that's for, because everybody on this earth is seeking love. Every single person on this earth is seeking love. And what you need is somebody definitely that has more integrity, more diplomacy, more gentleness, more kindness, more compassion. This person was not. Definitely not. So I don't know who that's for. All right. Usually I don't do readings about relationships and stuff, but this seemed to be part of it. There's no money in this, really. It's all about the heart of the matter and truth. Somebody lied like no tomorrow, thought that they were going to get away with it. Definitely. Thank you. Definitely. They were going to get away from it, but they won't. Because communication, the Eight of Wands right there, it comes in like a storm. They were found out. Okay, they were found out. Whatever the secret was, they were found out. Now it's a huge conversation, or it's not a conversation at all. Somebody left. Somebody took off. One of the parties took off, which it needs to happen. If that's somebody intention, yeah, definitely needs to take off. All right. So again, Wheel of Fortune. Well, lots more opportunities again to be creative. Bring yourself back. Look at the positive, not the negative. Look what you have, look not what you don't have. Look what you can do and not what you can't do. Look what you have and not lost. That's a big one. I don't know who that's for. That was just downloaded. So you did whatever you didn't lose. Be blessed. All right. Okay, let's see what else Divine has. I don't know why. I got a lot of animals today. So, a lot of dogs. Is somebody having a problem with their dog? Did somebody lose their dog? Or lose an animal? Hopefully somebody didn't steal an animal. Because if that's a relationship, that's a new energy. So I don't know if somebody, because there's a lot of that going on. I don't know why. But if somebody did steal something, there was somebody watching. If it was an animal, a dog. But if somebody stole something, there is a witness. Somebody watched it happen. So there's a witness. Okay, let's see what else we got. Yep. All right. All right. So bringing balance back to your life again. Here we go again. Bringing balance, bringing an equal structure, because again, you're being offered love. This is for your future energy, love, peace, joy. Now pay attention to this in the future, because this is about relationship. Now this doesn't have to be a relationship in love and what do you call it, in lovers or marriage or dating. It could also be love in something happening. I can just see like somebody helping somebody, sort of saving their life, somebody helping them in a manner that it really, really means a lot to them, an offering of love, compassion, kindness. I see something coming up for somebody, and maybe this has to do with an elder that needs help, or all of a sudden something came in really fast and it was life threatening, and that you really needed to save somebody. This is a really, really good thing, because you have two offerings here. Two offerings. And we have also the star in the between. So this is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And that is about balance again with the planets, balance. Just remember, whatever you're doing in the forward movement, in the forward energies, that you do it in gentleness and you do it with diplomacy, making sure that the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted, you're doing it with high integrity, high morals, that kind of a thing, because that's going to be huge for somebody. This is going to be huge for somebody. Again, somebody's going to get an offering to balance out something. I don't know what it is, but you're going to get an offering to help balance out your life. And it might come in a job form. You may have to travel for it as well. I don't know who that's for, but there's something for your work that you may have to travel. Somebody's getting an offering of a new friendship. That new friendship is actually pure and good, and really pay attention to it. Um, it seems like this new friendship is playful, it's fun, spontaneous, um, and this might not be able to be for this other person, especially if you're like a single parent or something. But they mean well. They do mean well. All right. Wow, nice. Okay, so we have, well, I don't mean nice in this aspect, but we have the devil, we have the star, again, balance again. We're talking about balance. And didn't I say in the very beginning that's what divine wants you to do? Find something creative, something positive, something uplifting. If you had a project before that you put on the back burner or off the shelf for a little while, time to bring it back out, to be creative, to refuel those passion and what do you call it, those creative juices to do something, learn something or do something, because it's going to bring more balance into your life, more balance. All right. And then we have the 10 of cups. That what a beautiful card to come out at, because the 10 of cups is actually the ultimate for family and love and joy. Everything you've wanted in your world is going to bring the rainbow, pretty much, kind of a thing. All right. So that's where those are. This is actually, guys, when we talk about the devil, we want to talk about unbinding us from something. So I would say, unbind us from these negative attitudes. There's somebody out there that has a not so good thought process, that maybe this is a time for a transformation change to a more positive thought process. But somebody's bound in their head. They can't seem to break away, and that could be, it could be an addiction of some sorts as well. But this is more of a thought process. I feel like this is a stubbornness, definitely a stubbornness. And this is what is actually stopping them from getting love in the future, because they don't want to grow. If you're still stubborn and prideful, that whatever anybody tells you, you get angry or defensive, then that person doesn't want to grow. They think they know it all, and they think that they're right. And so they are in themselves so deep that, and hurt so deep, that they just don't want to bring all that stuff up and acknowledge that maybe they do have some growing to do. And that's, unfortunately, I can see that kind of a person right off the bat. And if they're that way, it's a lost cause until they get to the point, just like an addiction, that they want to be fixed. They want to start working. They want to do that. Yeah. And in order now, these three oracles are going to be the planets, the universe, and the moon. Definitely is playing the same thing. And what that is going to be, the first card out was unexpected visitors. Things are going to just sort of happen, and you're going to be surprised. You're going to sort of get an aha moment. Again, this is that rut that we have been talking about with the planets. The planets are, here's the thing. If you got to go watch the video, the full moon video, but this is where our problem of our balance is. This is our desires, this is what we want versus what we actually really need. And so we're having a problem balancing that. We sometimes put our integrity and our morals and everything, and we say, I'll deal with that later, and then we go with our desires, then we have a real off balance, then it shifts the other way, then we have more problems. This is where it is. This is where we get into ruts. And this is part of the problem here. And then you may have a hard time getting out of the rut. So the unexpected visitor might be somebody trying to give you a sign, a signal, saying, hey, you need to change this. You need to up your game a little bit because you've got cleaning house. Again, the balance is off. The balance is off. It's like there is so much seriousness, so much stubbornness, so much pride in somebody that you cannot get creative with your projects. You cannot become gentle, and you just can't seem to hold on to love, or you cannot seem to keep love, or you don't grow love because you don't want to go take the steps. And it starts with you. kind of a thing. And the last thing with the planets is details, details. You got to get the details. You have to get to the foundation of the problem. You have to work with that problem, and you have to begin to raise it up and say, okay, I'm analyzing. This is where the problem lies. I have poor communication. I need to better my game in communication. Perfect. So then you say, okay, how do I do that? Oh, Patty said she has a communication video. Maybe I should watch that. That's a good start. Or maybe I can go on YouTube. There's a bunch of communications. Lots of coaches. Even if you go on my channel, there's a couple coaches on there that I support and watch. And you can go on their channels. But those are the kinds of things. What is it that I'm weak in? How do I grow from that? How do I learn from that? Because when you do that, then you're doing your steps. You're doing your steps and you're beginning to grow. And you're beginning to love yourself, and then you can love it all over the place. Yeah. But that is your reading, Aquarius. Again, don't forget, there is a love video. There is a communication video. Just click on the playlist here and then don't forget to like any of the videos, not only mine, but any creator out there, because that's how, again, YouTube analyzes how to actually push those out more for viewers to see. And then subscribe and hit the bell, and you'll know when I'm on live. All my readings are live if you're brand new, and you can come in and ask questions, or you can say hello, tell me where you're from. I love to interact. I'm getting more and more emails, and I love it. I love helping you guys and answering your questions. So thank you for the emails. Keep them coming. Keep your comments coming. I love it. And we will see you on the 12th. And I think I'm doing the live reading on the 12th too, for the full moon. I mean, the new moon. Can't believe it. Oh my gosh. It's going crazy. Too fast. Too fast. All right, you guys, take care and have a wonderful Easter if you're watching this on Easter. Love you guys.